Hello, this is Dr. Alfonso Monzo. I am a naturopathic doctor in Ohio. Have a background in electrical engineering and went to seminary for theology. I've had my own health issues, which is why I got into natural medicine and naturopathy.
The thing in the middle there is your mitochondria. Yeah, you can't see it on the white. That is the power grid of the cell. It really looks like a power grid. That's what they think it looks like now. And you can see like the little lines coming off of it. That's what makes your ATP energy. To make energy, you need two things. Well, you need a lot of things, but these are the big things that they don't talk about. Iron. Iron in the body is red. You also need copper. Copper in the body is blue. Do you remember Dr. Martin's speech yesterday where he was showing you that copper? See, most people think copper, you think metal copper. But when you see mineral copper is blue. The iron and copper mix in something called the ceruloplasmin, which is that nice, colorful thing right there in the middle. And the ceruloplasmin is a protein enzyme, the most powerful antioxidant in your body, the one they won't talk about because they changed all this understanding in the 1940s. And this is not taught to anyone anymore. Copper is extremely important in the body. In the 1940s, they started using pesticides, which pull out copper, and they started adding iron to the food supply, fortified iron. You need retinol, which is animal-sourced vitamin A, to load the copper into the ceruloplasmin to make the copper bioavailable. And you also need magnesium. That then will make ATP energy, and ATP energy gets attached to magnesium, and it's called magnesium ATP, which is the only type of energy your body uses. And everyone is almost deficient in magnesium. Guess what depletes magnesium? Stress. Guess what depletes copper? Fear and anxiety. So on the screen here, if you want to take a look at this, these are things that you can do without even seeing me, things you can get into your body. Good old cod liver oil, high in retinol. It has copper. Grass-fed beef is 2 times higher in copper than iron. And it also has retinol. Great. Trace minerals, magnesium. IP6 gold is great for getting iron out of the body. Whole food C, get some copper in your body. The big thing is we really want to stay away from synthetic vitamins. It's the synthetic C's and the synthetic D's. You don't want real high doses of zinc. You want to balance that with the copper. But these are things we can do with natural foods, whole food.
There's a picture of, they can take the Carillion photography is one way to do it. This was a different type. I think they called this chromo. But basically, they're taking a picture of a whole food vitamin C versus synthetic C. And on an energetic level, look how much different it is.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what people don't understand usually when we get into synthetics is, I think functional medicine has really messed us up in integrative medicine because it's basically medical doctors who have been brainwashed into modern medicine, and then they leave and they want to do something natural. So they want to pretend like they're a naturopath, but they've never gone through the natural training. And what they do is they go to these seminars and they're just using now synthetic supplements instead of synthetic drugs. And it's like, well, did you really get out of hell or did you just sidestep in hell? Because it's still synthetic. It's still not what the creator created. And where we get caught up is with the synthetic stuff, they want you to do high dose. And they're like, well, you can't do whole food C that's, 4,000 milligrams. Well, the reality is you don't need to, because a whole food form is always going to be 10 times or more greater in benefit than a synthetic. So you can take like 200 milligrams and that's going to be like 2,000 milligrams in a synthetic. And there's two reasons for that. One, because you actually have all of the different photochemicals that are there in the whole food form, but you also have a pure energetic field that's giving your body the software to know how to use the CC. Whereas when you get into the synthetic version, it doesn't have a field, an energetic frequency that's correct anymore. It doesn't have the original software. So now you take this substance, your body doesn't recognize it as natural, and your body doesn't really know what to do with it. So you have to take 10 times more of it to get any benefit.
Can I ask you a question on that?
And a lot of times it can push your body very powerful in a certain direction, but it might not be treating the cause, and then it might be doing other damage down the line.
Right. And the way they do that, they change the structure so they can patent it, right? So I think me and Dr. Peter Glidden on Tuesday were talking about this. So when they wanted to take all this naturopathic medicine and they wanted to take it back into the wheelhouse of the MDs, and they said that we're gonna patent these things, we're gonna change them, we're gonna make them synthetic. Well, then you're changing the structure. That means that they have to add atoms to it. So I don't know if it's always carbon or if it's always hydrogen or whatever the heck they're doing. Now it's an insoluble protein or whatever the heck it is. Now it's poison inside your body. So whatever the naturopathic, benefit of that would have been, when they change it to try to patent it, they're going to destroy the whole entire efficacy of it. The whether or not it's beneficial rather than harmful. All these things. They're turning it into Codex Alimentarius again, where everything is going to be poison.
Yeah, and it's very hard for people to understand because it doesn't matter if you're talking about a synthetic drug that the pharmaceutical company makes or a synthetic supplement that the pharmaceutical companies are making. They will both have a very powerful effect on the body still. And they can force the body. It's a forced stimulation. So people will take something and say, well, I feel great on it. Well, yeah, because it might be taking away symptoms. But then the question is, what are you damaging? And how long is it going to take for that damage to catch up to you? And when you stop taking it, did the problem actually go away? Or were you just covering it up?
Right.
Like I was talking about the other day, the copper iron correlation.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about too, because these types of deficiencies and what the actual elements and trace minerals do in your body, even because there's so many practical applications about health. And right now we're sitting here with a naturopathic doctor and a chiropractor and a nutritionist. This is a time to have conversation where we can have really good insights for people to help them cope with their health problems that are just the chronic illnesses, fatigue, and all that stuff. Things that a lot of us have, and it seems like it's only getting worse lately. And healthy people who are in shape, feeling like garbage all day, like me, we should talk about that stuff and how important it is and what might be depleting it. Is it the technology? Is it the fact I'm sitting in front of a computer screen with LED lights all around me? Like, why do I feel so horrible all the time? How can I fix it? What's the deficiency? And what do I not eat and what do I stay away from so that it's not being pulled back out of my body again? Like this will be a really good way to interject that into a conversation about the evil plot as well. You know what I mean? And then that way there's practical plus the speculative all in one shot here.
Almost every side effect of major diseases around the world, including cardiovascular diseases,
Exactly.
and why it is you should be supplementing copper. And he had a version or brand called Sovereign Copper. And this fits right in line with Dr. Tau Braun. Dr. Tau Braun has created what's called copperine. It's a vaporized zinc and copper vapor that you inhale. And it has been life-saving, life-changing for people. He knew the weaponizing of the venoms was going to cause zinc and copper deficiencies that was going to lead to overall strokes, hemorrhages, and aneurysms of blood vessels in the body as you deplete copper. So this is a part of the cardiovascular side effects of losing those two.
Hello, everybody. This is Daniel with the Ballbusters radio show podcast, Roku TV channel, Josh TV channel, and growing Rumble channel. Yesterday, I had Dr. Alfonso Monzo III, naturopathic doctor, and Scott Shara on with me to have a really cool discussion. The prior conversation I had with Dr. Monzo and some of the other ones that you can find on my Rumble channel, and I highly recommend starting with the first one and working your way up, started back in November. He has enlightened me on a lot of things, and I've made a lot of changes in my vitamin intake because of it. And come to find out, and this is where the tie-in is here with the awesome hot sauce and SimperFryLLC.com, is that I may have forgotten this because I know I did a bunch of research when I was first starting my business about 9 years ago, but I wasn't in the frame of mind to think that there was anything such as synthetic vitamins. And vitamin C is one of the big ones. Ascorbic acid is not a natural thing, and it's not going to treat your body the same way. Your body doesn't know what to do with it. And I was taking the crystalline forms of citric acid. I was actually doing that as well, the Millard citric acid. But the vitamin C in the crystalline form because I thought it would absorb more because it didn't have to digest an outer shell gel cap or something like that. So I was taking it that way, thinking that I was doing something positive. And there is some results that are positive, but there's also negatives whenever you're putting something synthetic in your body. Come to find out, capsicum. Yes, the spicy peppers are quite high in whole food vitamin C, and that's the one that you want to try to go with rather than something synthetic made by man and not creation. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of these. That's the video with Morley Robbins and Dr. Monzo on Kate Daly, covered by me. And this is also found on our Ballbusters channel. So let me go over here and start showing you what I wanted to show you here. All right, so this one says, what are the health benefits of capsicum? When they say that, just think hot pepper. All chili peppers and bell peppers belong to the genus Capsicum. People around the world use capsicum in traditional medicine, and preliminary research suggests it may have value in Western medicine. Why would it be different? It's about how it affects the human body, just because they have different categories for their medical. Studies indicate capsicum, including capsaicin, may help reduce pain and lower the risk of metabolic syndrome and cancer. Research also implies it may reduce the risk of death as well as fight bacterial infections that are resistant to antibiotics. Antibiotics are terrible for you. They kill your bacteria, your healthy bacteria that are trying to detoxify your body. So just because your symptoms clear up, it doesn't mean they got rid of the toxins. So then those toxins get deeper into you and they manifest as something much worse later. You don't want to mess up the purging process where you say you have symptoms. That's your body fixing itself. Anyway, capsicum is a plant genus in the botanical family Soanaceae, I guess, that comprises all chili and bell peppers, ranging from sweet peppers to very spicy varieties. Black pepper comes from another genus of plants. Yeah, that's piperine. The chemical in there that makes it spicy is called piperine. It's also an activator for other types of, supplementation. Like if you're taking curcumin or what's the other one called? The yellow one. Curcumin, I think, is another name for it. But that will not work in your body. It won't start to absorb or break down without the piperine. That's why you see that added to a lot of those supplements. All right, so let's move down here. The name capsicum derives from the Greek word for capto, which means to bite. So spicy, it bites. Okay. Capsicum genus includes an array of species, but the most common is red pepper, which is part of a group of peppers with the scientific name Capsicum annum. Bell peppers are not hot peppers, but other peppers in this group have a range of heat. Example of chili peppers in this group: cayenne, which is in many of my hot sauces, jalapeno, and poblano. A second group of peppers known as capsicum, it looks like it says Chinese, but it's Chinese, I think, the way they pronounce it. This includes habanero, datil, and Scotch bonnet. The third group is capsicum frutescens, includes Tabasco peppers. Apparently they're standalone peppers. Nutritional information. Chili peppers are an excellent source of plant compounds called phytochemicals, many of which have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Although researchers do not view phytochemicals as essential nutrients, researchers don't really want you to know anything except for allopathic MD nonsense, so there's that. As they do vitamins and minerals, the compounds may be valuable for protection against cancer and cardiovascular disease, things they make money off of, so why would they want you to know about it? Phytochemicals in chili peppers include capsaicinoids, which is the overall group, such as capsaicin, which is the main active ingredient. So that's another funny thing. When you do an extract of a pepper, it's going to be hotter than the pepper itself because the capsaicinoids aren't all active. Once you put them through that chemical process of using either acetone or ethanol in this process that strips away everything but the spicy part, then that activates because it bonds with whatever that chemical process is, so that it's no longer inert, it's now spicier, it's now active. It produces the characteristic pungency and taste that many plants in the genus have. Other capsicum phytochemicals include anthocyanins, I'm going to try to do this better. Anthocyanins, flavonoids, phenolic acids, and carotenoids like beta carotene, right? Carotenoids such as lutein, lycopene, and zeaxanthin. Additional nutrients in capsules. I'm not going to go through each one of these and define them because I know a lot of people who watch this stuff on my Rumble are well aware of what these definitions mean. And if you're curious, just type those words and hit Google search or whatever search engine. Additional nutrients in capsicum. Vitamins such as vitamin Bs, plural, vitamin C, which is high in red peppers, vitamin E, which is high in dried chili peppers, fiber, minerals such as iron, calcium, which is a huge thing. You're probably most likely calcium deficient, almost certainly copper deficient, which is the next one, manganese, and molybdenum. Amino acids such as tryptophan, like the stuff that they put in, that's in turkey, right? That they say makes you tired. Phenylalanine and lysine. L-lysine is definitely an amino acid because I use that for working out. Many cultures use capsicum in traditional medicine. In addition, studies indicate it may help prevent and treat many conditions. Below are some of the discoveries. Metabolic syndrome. I'm just going to go past this a little bit. Diabetes, cholesterol. There's a lot of things about cholesterol that they're talking about here that I don't agree with. Cholesterol is a essential thing in your body. You shouldn't be trying to kill yourself with statins to try to get rid of it. High blood pressure and obesity. And it says also it's good for reducing pain. And then cancer. And it says in a 2020 study reviewed research on the effects of capsaicin on cancer, a majority of the investigations involved high concentrations of the compound in cell cultures. Overall, the findings indicated that capsaicin is anti-angiogenic, which means it helps prevent the growth of blood vessels that cancer requires for growth. And mortality. In 2017, examined the association between eating hot red chili peppers and mortality. The authors used data from the National Health and Nutritional Examination Survey of more than 16,000 participants. Analysis of the data showed a significant reduction in mortality in individuals who consumed the peppers. Because the research was observational in nature, the results suggested did not prove that eating chili peppers may lower the risk of death. Well, death from what? Usually it's some kind of mineral or vitamin deficiency that actually causes death because it's one of those things that directly affects something down the road that manifests as a disease. Antibiotic-resistant infections. Apparently that helps that too. And blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So this one is called Capsicum, Benefits, Nutrition Types, and Healthy Recipes. And this is healthifyme.com /blog/capsicum. And now let's just get down to the nutritional value. Calories, 30 cal. Total carbohydrates. They don't actually explain like what okay, so this is in the 1 cup value. Fat, protein, 1.3 grams in 1 cup serving. So vitamins and minerals, this is the part I wanted to stick on. Capsicum not only contains high amounts of fiber, but it contains high amounts of micronutrients that are extremely beneficial to your body's function. Capsicum is extremely high in vitamin C and covers about 213% of your daily recommended intake, which we know is already lower than it should be in the first place. Vitamin C, meaning the recommended daily intakes, are always way low. Vitamin C is essential for many processes in the body, including immune function, wound healing, and synthesis of collagen. In addition to vitamin C, capsicum is also high in vitamin A. Now we're talking about whole food vitamin C, whole food vitamin A, real stuff, comprising 93% of your daily recommended intake. Vitamin A is vital for immune support, reproduction, and vision strength. Red and orange peppers are especially high in carotenoids, because that's what makes it red, the beta carotenoids, a form of vitamin A. Also, capsicum is relatively high in vitamin B6, and we're not talking about synthetic B6 that you take in pill form. We're talking about whole food vitamin B6, which is great for energy. a vitamin that is significant for the metabolism of protein, fats, and carbohydrates. That's part of the getting your energy, right? ATP energy. Folate, which is a crucial B vitamin required for the production of white and red blood cells in bone marrow. Sounds like it's pretty important. Capsicum also contains trace amounts of niacin, riboflavin, thiamine, and pantothenic acid. Sorry, I got stuck in my throat. Antioxidants. Free radicals are produced by the body through oxidation and exposure to toxins like pollution, certain food, overexposure to sunlight, and alcohol. These free radicals can produce chain reactions that can damage cells. Antioxidants help stop this process by inhibiting oxidation and protecting cells from further damage. So these have antioxidant properties, these peppers. Proven health benefits of capsicum. Capsicum contains a whole array of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that protect our cells and boost the immune system. Here are some of the additional benefits of capsicum you may not have been aware of. It improves eye health, as we had heard already. Prevents anemia. Anemia is a condition that is usually caused due to low iron in the body. Not necessarily. That's not necessarily a thing. It's because there could be too much iron where it doesn't belong. Not in the blood, but in the tissues. So it gets deeply embedded there and causes oxidative stress. That's something that we can talk about, or you can watch some of the videos with me and Dr. Alfonso Monzo, who talks about that a lot. A characteristic of the condition is that it reduces the amount of oxygen in your blood. As a result, most people with anemia feel sluggish and tired without a clear reason. Capsicum is very high in vitamin C, as we had talked about before, and is also moderately high in iron. The combination of these two vitamins and minerals allows the iron to be absorbed by our bodies more effectively and thus increases the oxygen in the blood. Capsicum reduces anxiety. That's interesting. Capsicum is high in both magnesium, which is super freaking important. They didn't even say magnesium in the other one. It said manganese. And vitamin B6. Studies show that these two vitamins are essential for nerve function and help relieve anxiety and prevent panic attacks. Another study reflects on magnesium and how it helps to ease tense muscles that result from anxiety. It also helps with proper heartbeat regulation. You know, having all these nutrients being able to be in their proper balanced amounts and also operating the functions necessary for heartbeat regulation, like B vitamins, are very crucial for that. You got to watch out on sugar. Wow. You have to watch out on sugar because sugar will strip all of your nutrients from you very quickly. Capsicum prevents cancer. Capsicum boosts immunity. Capsicum improves bone health. Capsicum is rich in manganese, a mineral that is a cofactor in the formation of bone cartilage and bone collagen and is essential for bone mineralization. The vitamin K in capsicum also plays a role in strengthening bones and protecting against osteoporosis. How many people have problems with that? I've got back pains all the time. And yes, I eat lots of hot sauce, but I think I have an adjustment that's required. Weight loss benefits of capsicum. Capsicum contains a nutritional profile excellent for weight loss. Not only are capsicums rich in vitamins and minerals, but they are high in fiber and water content. Choosing vegetables and fruits that are high in fiber and nutrient dense is key to weight management. Fiber and water also provide the feeling of satiety. Satiety. You know, feeling full, feeling satisfied. One of those things that I did not feel at all whatsoever when I first started keto back in November of 2019, because I stopped eating sugar and carbs for like a whole year and 2 months. And it took like 3 or 4, maybe like 6 weeks before I got my energy back, because I was like detoxing off the sugar that I had. I really like dark chocolate, and I like chocolate chip cookie dough. What can I do? Fiber and water also provided the feeling. Okay, we already said that. Capsicums contain high amounts of vitamin B6. We've heard that already. This vitamin is essential for many metabolic processes. It helps break down proteins into amino acids, which is super important if you're an athletic type or if you just want your body to function properly. Aids in the synthesis of glucose from carbohydrates and breaks down fats effectively. Vitamin B6 can also help maintain your blood glucose and prevent blood sugar spikes. When one is losing weight, it's important to keep their blood sugar balanced in order to prevent sugar cravings and overeating. Yeah, I could eat like 10 eggs when I was doing when I first started keto, and I was like still looking through the cabinets for something, even though I wasn't gonna take anything. Everything in the cabinet is basically has some kind of bad stuff in it, so I was just staring at it to look at it, I guess. Red capsicums contain higher amounts of antioxidants and nutrients that aid in weight loss and than other varieties. Sorry, let me read that again. Red capsicums contain higher amounts of antioxidants and nutrients that aid in weight loss than other varieties. And like I said, a great deal of my hot sauces have cayenne pepper in them, and others have other red peppers in them. These phytonutrients help to prevent conditions like free radical formation and internal inflammation that act as predisposing factors to obesity and associated metabolic disorders. You know, the reason why you have buildup of some sort of cholesterol in arteries and things like that is because there's an inflammation process happening in that area, and the cholesterol isn't like fat in a grease trap. What it's doing is it's trying to mitigate the inflammation so that you don't die. So that's why and if you just get rid of the cholesterol, you didn't address the root cause of why you have inflammation there in the first place. Something to think about. The method of, you know, a lot of the MD methods are just backwards. All right, best ways to incorporate capsicum in meals. I think I'm going to summarize and have them just say SemperFryLLC.com awesome hot sauce, and that can be found here. Use it on food. So SemperFryLLC.com. Use code HSFamily. 11% off orders of 3 or more bottles plus bonus. We always put little half-ounce bonuses in there. But if you are a subscriber of the Patreon for Ballbusters, which is called Disguise the Limits, and that will be in the description as well. Or if you are in, following Rumble channels or somewhere else that I have the Ballbusters channel up, and you state that in the comments, and I'll know if you're lying, I'll give you a free 2 ounce as well. All right, so 3 more bottles, you get 11% off. It's SemperFryLLC.com. There's a little thing here if you want to check out the copying. We're going to talk about Dr. Peter Glidden here in just a moment, who's also been on my show 3 or 4 times and is scheduled to come back soon. All right, so these are the ones here that are free shipping, but you can't apply this coupon to it, okay? But the free shipping is giving you the discount because, you know, these bottles would cost in the flat rate about $20 to send you, so you don't have to pay for that. All right, now starting right about here. These are all, and I'm putting my finger across, so hopefully you can see the little cursor thing. These are all cayenne pepper, and different things. So we got spicy avocado, sweet and spicy with honey. You have hemp seed here. Zeus juice, lots of garlic, cayenne and habanero in the Zeus juice extra hot. My World Hot Sauce Award winner, Humzinger, garbanzo beans and cumin, tastes like a spicy hummus. Sergeant Pepper with calabrese hot peppers from Italy and cayenne. Both are red. Mango habanero. There's a Thai peanut sauce that's spicy. There's truffle shuffle with Ghirardelli chocolate. And you just scroll down here and you'll see them all. Venom is one of the spicier ones. Not super hot, but it's spicy enough for people who like hot without, being so hot that you can't eat it. And there's 6 different peppers, including smoked ghost pepper, and yes, there's also cayenne. And you just scroll down here and check it all out. Some of these are sold out because I have fresh peppers that have not yet come in to season yet again for these ones, but they will be here soon. All right, and then the 2 hottest ones are the Urta Ale and the Blueberry Supernova. Those ones have a little bit of a 9 million Scoville heat unit extract in them. The one over here, brand X, that's scorpion peppers. There's no extract in that one at all, and that's probably the hottest one that doesn't have extract in it. All right, and the Toba is probably the next on that list, and then the Haunted Heat with the smoked ghost peppers. But there you have it, and then there's all that stuff. All right, so let's move over to Dr. Peter Glidden. So this link is also in the description, riseupintohealth.com, and this is the ND Health direct link. I am a member, so let me just log in real quick, and I'll show you what's behind the scenes. All right, so let's start with medical myth busting. I already did, right? Yeah. So this is a little homeopathic medicines to have at home. This is a nice little PDF thing here that you can look at. And then there's the videos on the 12 bad foods, 3 steps for health. This is Dr. Peter Glidden, ND. You guys have seen the video on here that I posted from snippets of his other videos, but you also have seen him if you're on my Rumble channel many times talking to me. And over here, health recovery. So these health recovery protocols point and click your way to a whole new world of possibilities. And then all of these symptoms, all these conditions or quote unquote diseases, these all have something that you can do in a more natural way to help get to the root cause of all of them. Okay? And without heavy doses of poison they called pharmaceutical drugs. Acid reflux, acne, anxiety, candida is a big one for a lot of people. Constipation, conjunctivitis, there's all different kinds in here, including arthritis, which is another big one. I know a lot of people have a problem with that. Fatigue, another big one. One of the biggest ones, actually. Chronic fatigue syndrome and things like that. When they don't know what it is, they just say, oh, you have chronic fatigue syndrome. Scoliosis, I should click that one myself. That's what I was told when I was 14. Anyway, the Dr. Glidden Show, your bi-monthly dose of medical reality. And right now it's on episode 6 here in the replays. And then you have all these here, and then there's more available on his YouTube channel, but these are the ones that are behind the pay window that I'm showing you right now. Interviews, these are people he's interviewed with. I think he has there's Sharon Tenpenny right there. There's a couple of different ones there, and there's all different types of doctors he's speaking with, including Morley Robbins, who we just listened to on the Rumble channel, along with Dr. Alfonso Monzo. And the Q&A, so this is how it goes, right? You go into the Q&A, and twice, so most Tuesdays from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., most Thursdays from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Check the calendar below for the exact dates and times. And then there's the Q&As. There's also a public chat room. So when you're asking these questions, because you're allowed to ask Dr. Peter Glidden directly any of your health questions, right? And if he doesn't get a chance to get to them, then you have this whole group of, veterans who have been here for a long time who may already have some answers for you. So if he doesn't get to answer them in that 1 hour, maybe these people in here can help you. And then you have this nice community of people wanting to help others going around here. So that's another benefit of that, is you get to meet other people of like mind and when it comes to your health. Affiliate info, so there you go. All right. Now, if you guys like and know about the Rumble channel, because I'm going to post it on my Rumble channel as well, I am trying to get to the Red Pill Expo as media. They invited me back, and Dr. Artis is going to be there. Scott Scher is going to be there. I think Dr. Alfonso Monzo is going to be there as well. All 3 of those people are very good friends of mine. Love them to death, or love them to life even, And so any help here on the Patreon, if you guys want to be members, go ahead to anything above co-producer. You'll get a free flash drive of all of the Dr. Artis interviews I've done with him since May 5th of 2022, which is a ton because he's out every Monday. And that'll all go on a flash drive for you. One person's already claimed it. And I have a bunch of flash drives here ready to be made, to be sent out. So anyone wants to do that, it'd be greatly helping the show. And like I said, anybody who is on the highlighted tier or the independent researcher, anyone who's on the Patreon at all whatsoever, it's called Disguise the Limits, and that'll also be in the description, will get the 2-ounce bonus if you do order from SemperFryLLC.com. You just gotta let me know that that's where you are, where you came from. And I post some stuff here that I only post here, so there's that benefit as well. And I also do movie breakdowns. So I'll do an introduction to a movie. I won't like interrupt the movie, give you the whole free movie, like you got to watch it, and then at the end do like a little summary and talk about the esoteric meanings of it and how strange this world may be, right? Okay. So there you go. Is there anything else? I think I covered everything. SemperFryLLC.com, home of awesome hot sauce. Thank you for listening. Share and share like, and the coupon code is HSFamily. And it's all caps, no spaces, for 11% off orders of 3 or more bottles. It's basically a dollar amount. I think it's anything over $34 or $33 or something like that. It automatically works, but it does not do it on the bundle pack. So if you want a full gallon of a certain sauce, it'll be what it says there. And then same thing with 12 packs of 6 ounces or 8 packs of 12 ounces or 12 packs of 12-ounce bottles. Okay, thank you. Let's see, pop myself back up here. So yeah, for those of you who do not know who you're watching this from, the Semper Fi Awesome Hot Sauce channel on YouTube, for the last 4.5 years, I have been making videos based on history, mostly doing like historical stuff and, you know, the omitted stuff that I was reading and researching because I just was interested in it. And, you know, talking about the Jesuits, talking about secret societies, talking about different types of wars and things that went on behind the scenes. And those videos were out, and then like Murder by Injection by Eustace Mullins, I did some readings from that, some from Behold a Pale Horse by Bill Cooper, and Bill Cooper is also a very big influence on me as far as, you know, read everything, listen to everyone, read everything, believe nothing until you yourself can verify it in your own research. I think that's a very important thing that everybody should keep in mind and follow. A lot of people don't want to do their own research, so they get led astray because there's trusted sources, trusted even independent media sources or so-called patriot and truther channels that are just as guilty of misdirecting, maybe by accident sometimes, maybe not so much other times. So read everything, listen to everyone, read everything, believe nothing until you can prove it in your own research. So there you have that. So yeah, I've been doing that over on that channel and Joshua TV channel, just basically about a few months on Rumble, just trying to build it up, and it's been working really well. Had a lot of great guests on there, had Mike Adams on there, had all the ones I just mentioned before. And yeah, so now it's kind of taken a direction of natural health, and that's where we're at right now. Also taking in some of the esoteric because I find that interesting. Other place artifacts, I'm really interested in that. You know, like the ancient sites, the ancient architecture and what that all means and how they built it. That's all fun stuff, you know, like Michael Cremo stuff. It's all good fun. So if you're interested in that, Rumble, you'll find me, BA, the little thing between the two A's, like the little hyphen thing. Not hyphen, the little dash, almost like an accent mark. BAALBUSTERS for that. All right? Thank you. And I'm still diligently making hot sauce. Made it all night last night. So just got home really early in the morning and brought my daughter to school. So we'll hope to see you on both channels, here and over there. And when I have an opportunity and some time to clip out some of the Dr. Monzo stuff, I'll put some more stuff here on the YouTube channel as well. But if you want, you should just go over to the Rumble channel and check it out. I got lots and lots of stuff there for you to watch. Thank you. Bye. The Patreon. This is one way to really help out the show. GiveSendGo.com. These are all in the description, so please just have a look at them, see what you prefer. But this is the equipment and show fundraiser. Donate $45 or more, you'll get the flash drive. I'll get in touch with you, and then we'll figure out how to mail it to you. TippyStream.com/ballbusters. This is also up there. In EU money, yeah, in euros, it's for every $5, it's $5.37. To do 45 or more, you will get the flash drive. It's paypal.me/ballbusters, and then you can do it that way as well. Last but not least, this is buymeacoffee.com/ballbusters. Again, these are all in the description. A lot of people use it in the content creator world. This will be greatly appreciated in supporting the efforts moving forward on Ballbusters and hopefully getting to the Red Pill Expo so that we can get some really amazing first-hand interviews with some amazing guests there.